are going to start our chapter Operations on Rational Numbers. You might have understood what a rational number is because the chapter 1 was based on rational numbers. Now what is a rational number? Let us have a quick recap of the previous chapter. Any integer which are represented in the form of p upon q, where p and q are co-primes. What is meant by co-primes? That is HCF of two numbers is 1. And the second most important condition for a rational number, q should not be equal to 0. Then that number is known as rational number, like 3 by 5, minus 1 by 2, any. These all are rational numbers. Now what is the application of rational number? How does it help? We can compare the two rational numbers, we can sort many rational numbers, we can simplify the big algebraic equations or expressions by this rational numbers. Now, how to compare which is equal? These two are rational numbers. Are these two equal? So, to check this, we just need to reduce this minus 36 upon 49 to its lower terms. So, minus 6 upon minus 7 is one rational number, minus 36 upon 49. Do we have anything in common? 7 minus 7, I should do the answer here. 6 upon minus 7 and minus 36 upon 49. We need to compare these. Are they equal or greater than or less than? So, what we will do? We will make the denominator of both the rational numbers equal. How will we make? 7 7 is 49 and minus 7 when multiplied by minus 7 will give 49. Like 6 upon 7 minus 7. Now multiplied by minus 7 in numerator and minus 7 in denominator. So we get minus 42 upon 49, and the other rational number is minus 36 upon 49. Now we have the same denominators and the number with lower numerator is the greater number. So basically these two are not equal. This method helps to sort in order also. The same method is applied in sorting, in which we make the denominators of the rational numbers equal. So we need to have a common factor. So how to get that least common multiple? By finding the LCM of all the denominators. So 11, 5, 3, 2 and 8. So to find LCM, just start with the lowest factor. 2. This will remain same, 5 will remain same, 2 ones are 2, okay, then this will be 4, again 2, again 2 because 8 is there, all the others are, now when this is 1 basically, okay, now next is 3 factor, then 5, 1, 1 and 1, okay. Next will be 5, 11, 5, with this will be 1 and the last will be 11, which will make all 1s. So the multiplication of all these factors will give the required LCM, which will be 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 3s are 24, 24 5s are 120 and 120 into 11. Okay, so this will be 120 plus 1200 plus 120, that is 0 2 3 1320. So now the LCM is 1320. So we need to make all the denominators 1320. Now 11 will be multiplied by how much? The rest of the factors. That is 5 3s are 15, 15 2s are 30, 30 2s are 60, 60 2s are 120. Okay. So we will make 4 into 120 upon fraction. 12 fours are 48. 480 upon 1320. Okay. Similarly, this minus 3 by 5. Now 5. So we will leave 5 and multiply the other ones. 3 to the 6, 6 to the 12, 12 to the 24. 24 into 11, which will be 24 into 11 means 24 into 10 is 240 plus 24. 4, 4 plus 2, 6 and 264. So 5 is multiplied by 264 and 3 is multiplied by 264. To make them, 264 into 3 will be 4 3s are 12, 6 3s are 18, 19, 3 to the 6, 792. Minus 792 upon 1320. And so on, the other terms will be made compared. And then we can easily compare because all have the same denominators. Then comparison and sorting will be easier. Next term is 0 upon 3, which is 0. So 0 when multiplied by any of the denominator gives 0 only. Okay, so we can simply write 0 upon 1320. Okay. Now, similarly we will do for minus 5 by 2 and so on. So, which is the biggest number over here? This 480. So, I am comparing only the three terms. This is the biggest one. Then 0 upon 1 upon 1320 is there. So, we can write 480 upon 1320 is greater than 0 upon 1320 is greater than minus 792 upon 1320. So this is how we can do sorting also. Now for simplification also again we need to have the common denominators. The common denominator is only through this LCM, which we have already done in chapter 1. So this is little brush up for the previous two. Next we have the properties of addition of rational numbers. Now that we know what rational numbers are and how they are added or simplified, we need to study the properties of addition. The first property is closure property, which says that if A and B are two rational numbers, then their sum A plus B is also a rational number. Okay, like for example, if I add 1 by 2 plus 3 by 4, okay, so the result will be LCM is 4, so this will be 2 plus 3, that is 5 by 4. So this is also a rational number. Next, commutative property, which says that if simply I take this example only, 1 by 2, 3 by 4 are added, so they can be added in other order also. The sum will remain 5 by 4 only. So this is the commutative property. Next is your associative property, which says that if we have three rational numbers A, B, C, so we can add them in any order. If we add B plus C first and then A is added, the again sum will be equal to A plus B plus C. So order of addition does not matter. Next is your additive identity. That means if in any rational number 0 is added, so it remains same. Okay, we get the same rational number. This is called additive identity. Next is additive inverse. Like for example, if I say I have a number, rational number 3 by 4. So the additive inverse of 3 by 4 will be minus 3 by 4. And if I add these two rational numbers, the original rational number and the additive inverse, so what I will get? This plus minus is equal to minus, so 3 by 4 minus 3 by 4, that is 0. Hence, this property is valid. So additive inverse always result in 0 when added to the original number. Now, the homework for today is exercise 2.1, question 1. You have to do in your fair notebooks. And if you do not have the questions or the book, please purchase the book, and if not, do tell me so that I can share the PDF of the chapter. Thank you very much.